processed, ultra processed diet. So it's a case of we are what we eat. And unfortunately, the UK in specifically has the, well, it's not a very good title to be proud of. We buy more ultra processed foods than any other country in Europe, which is not a good thing because it actually impacts on our health so much. The depleted nature of the soil in which the crops are grown actually have insufficient nutrients. And many years ago, Dr. Linus Pauling, who you see here on the right, who was a Nobel Prize winner twice, he said you can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment back to a mineral deficiency. So, you know, why are we so deficient? And one of the things that I like to kind of remind people, especially if you're of my age, which is in my 60s, is that, you know, at school we used to be taught about crop rotation and the fact that crops needed to actually regain, you know, once the crop had actually happened and been harvested, they would leave that field fallow for a year to make sure that all the nutrients actually would go back into the soil. And we're not doing that anymore. We're doing 2-3 crops a year and then making, you know, kind of having to add in extra nutrients to give us what we consider to be a healthy crop. But in fact, it is quite empty, that crop. It's not full of any goodness. We're also exposed to greater toxins within the in our environment. So that's pollution from cars, planes, other toxic sources, even down to your fabric furnishings. So your sofas, your fabric sofas, your carpets and your curtains, they all exude toxic fumes, and that impacts on our health. So our modern day living now also has actually got much higher levels of stress. So gone are the days so much when a mother would be at home looking after the children, maybe cooking dinners, making sure that the house was clean and tidy while the husband went out for work. That's now changed dramatically. So mother and father are tending to do a job each, and also sometimes 2 jobs each. So much more levels of stress, and those stress factors then revolve around having something very quick and easy to feed the kids when they get home from work. So they're tired at the end of the day. And so these things cause much stress within our lives. So why are we so much in danger? Well, we're 95% of us, and in fact, I've heard it's 97% of us are in danger of actually being out of balance. But danger of what? Well, the danger is that we're eating way too many omega-6s within our diet. We eat less of the omega-3s, but because we're eating so many of these omega-6s, those tend to come from processed foods and refined foods and oils and flours, etc. And they cause inflammatory markers in your system to rise. It's the omega-3s that actually dampen those down, and actually they're the anti-inflammatory factor. So that's really making sure that we have, we understand that. But it's, kind of, some of us don't even like fish. Some of us are vegan. Some of us are vegetarian. So how do we make sure that we get exactly what we need? We have these imbalance of the omega-6s and 3s, and that causes, as I said, inflammatory markers to rise. But also, because we're eating less of the omega-3s, and we also consume inadequate amounts of polyphenols, which are the antioxidants that mop up all the free radicals running about causing havoc in our bodies, it's a problem. But we also have low levels of vitamin D. And here in the Northern Hemisphere, we probably have much less vitamin D exposure to someone maybe in the, further south in the European community, Spain, Italy, Greece, and things like that, where they get much more vitamin D exposure. So we know that we're made up of trillions of cells. So these trillions of cells are really constantly renewing. So having these constantly renewing, that cell needs to be functioning properly. And the cell membrane, which is the skin around the cell, actually contains fatty acids. And this is where it's crucial for the omega-6 and omega-3 to be in the right ratio. And if it's not in the right ratio, we see here the cell wall becomes hardened and very difficult for any nutrients and any goodness to actually enter the cell. So it may just enter a little bit of it, but not all of it. So you're not getting the goodness out of your food, even if you've got the best diet in the world. and the best nutrition in the world, you're only getting partially that absorption into the cell. And also that means that only some of the wastes are able to come out of that cell. So that's an unhealthy cell. But on the right-hand side, we can see the healthy cell, as you see here, and nutrients then can enter the cell fully, and actually any waste toxins that need to come out are able to be excreted out of that cell. So that becomes a very healthy cell in that respect, and it's allowing it's soft and permeable, and it allows things in and out. So that's what we're aiming for in our system. That's when our body functions at its best. So where would we like to be? Well, 3:1 is the ratio that is recommended, or better. The World Health Organization says 4:1 or better. We've actually opted for the 3:1 or better. If you're under 3:1 or 3:1 or better, then you are going to be in the best way, optimum health-wise. Your cells are going to be functioning properly. You're going to be absorbing things. But unfortunately, people who, perhaps don't supplement because they don't eat enough omega-3s within their diet are actually going to be a much higher ratio, as much as 15:1, or maybe even more, especially if you're vegan or vegetarian. And I don't want to pick on the vegan and vegetarians, please don't think that, but it's very difficult to consume that amount of, kind of omega-3s within their existing diet. So I had been an omega-3 taker for making sure that I was, taking an omega-3 supplement and ensuring that I was doing the best for my body. So I assumed that I was actually going to be in that ratio of 7:1 or thereabouts. It wasn't perfect, and my diet wasn't 100% perfect, but I thought I was going to be in between that 3:1 or the 7:1. I was horrified because when I tested, I was 14.4:1. So that danger zone, if you like, is the tip of the iceberg is just what you see on the surface. It's underneath the surface that you've got to worry about. So that's what's going on inside our bodies. So it's about finding your number. So finding out the number that you are. So how do you do that? You take a test, and this test is a simple dry blood spot test that you take, prick your finger, drip it onto a little test card, which is all included in this little package. And this will allow you to then send that off to Vitas Labs. And Vitas are an independent research laboratory in Norway, and they do all our analysis for us. So it's completely separate from Zinzino. And so then you're going to start nourishing your body with the Zinzino products. And the reason being is that it's important to understand that 120 days, which we were saying, kind of in 4 months later, you're going to retest and see your number. So starting immediately is one thing that we always recommend. And you need to take it in the right ratio for your weight. So making sure that you have the correct amount and dosage is so important. So once you start doing that and you've sent your test off, you're going to get your results back in maybe 14 to 21 days. It's kind of about 14. I've actually had them back in 10 days recently for someone. So you're going to get a full test report. Now that gives you an indication about what you can do to improve yourself, improve your results, obviously taking the Zinzino products as well. And the whole reason for doing it, but retesting in 120 days, is that your blood will take 120 days to actually retest, to change itself within that time. And that happens whether or not you're taking anything at all. So it happens automatically. So that's just continuing on. So that 4 months is quite crucial. And it's remarkable, if people are on the oil in the right amount, 95% of them actually are back in balance within that 120 days. The lovely thing about this, it's a no risk opportunity for customers, because if a customer goes onto our Premier offer, which is the best value option for them, they go onto a subscription. And as long as they're on a subscription and they've chosen the one with the test on it as well, then they are going to have a money back guarantee. So if their test comes back at 3:1 or better, they can opt out. You obviously don't need our product if you are you know, if you're in balance. And so we don't want to take your money or take, you know, make you take it if your diet is doing the right job already. So, but this is only valid if you have a monthly subscription with us. So as of today, I just checked just literally before we came on line tonight. So we've done 532,000, almost 533,000 tests. And this, as I say, is done by an independent research laboratory called Vitus Analytical Services. And they test for people like the World Health Organization, various universities, a lot of sports bodies that actually, like the Olympic sports bodies, that make sure that, you know, people aren't taking drugs and things like that. So they're very well respected within the industry. But what's interesting is only 5% of the people who actually test have actually come out with that ratio of that perfect 3:1 or less within there. And the people who do take an omega-3 supplement averages out about a 7:1 ratio. Only 20% of people have that. The other 75% who don't take an omega-3 supplement and have that ratio of 15:1 or maybe worse, then, you know, that's the group that we're really looking for. So that 20% and the 75% are the ones that we're looking to help return to a state of balance for them. The great news is that after taking the products for 120 days, 95% of the people come back into ratio, or near to 3:1. I think after 120 days, I was 3.6:1. So very nearly into balance. And I'm going to share with you my results now. So these are my results. I took my test, my first test, on the 28th of May last year, and it came back at 14.4:1. But remember, I'd been saying that I had been taking an omega-3 supplement, and a high quality one as far as I was concerned, for 30 years. So I expected to be in that small section of 3:1 or better. I wasn't. So it really made me wake up and actually realize that perhaps the product that I had been taking all these years, regardless of cost, was not doing what it should do. I think what staggered me more was the fact that the protection, so your essential fatty acids, and we test for 11 different fatty acids within our profiling, and I had a zero protection from my essential fatty acids. I was horrified at that. So my 6:3 ratio, as you can see here, 14.4. My cell membrane was 10.7, so that's quite high. So probably like trying to get through a hard-boiled egg rather than a porous cell. And my mental strength was 3.6. So that in itself was actually causing me a little bit of brain fog in the morning. So it took me a while to kind of wake up and get focused about what I was going to do, kind of get my head in the right gear and do that. Now it's completely changed. You can see here from the test, and I'm not going to go through in great detail, but the first test I did was 87 days afterwards. And Dave Ives and I were on a tour of UK, and we decided to both do one. He came back completely in balance, which I was a bit peeved about, but I was 4.4, so I dropped 10 points. But more importantly, my protection levels have gone up to 49%. My cell membrane fluidity had started to soften, so it's now at 6.7. But look at the brain strength, the mental strength. This is now 1.7. So it means that I've got an awful lot more clarity in my mind, and also being able to focus on all sorts of things for a longer amount of time. This also increased to 72%, and this is where I said I was around about 120 days and worked out 123 days, 3.6. So very close to being in balance. And again, my cell membrane had reduced as well, and also my mental strength. So much, much better for me to be in balance. And but this is my last test. This was just short of a year. And so I'm at 98% protection now. And Steve, could I just ask you to let someone into the room, please? Thank you. At 98%, but my cell membrane, my ratio had come down to 2.4:1. So I'm well in balance now, which I'm thrilled to bits about, obviously, as As you can see here, I suffered a heart attack 2 years prior to starting these products, and I was on 7 drugs. So I was not a happy bunny that I was on all those drugs. So I'm thrilled at the results that I've got. And, you know, I'm not the only person who's had this type of result. So many have. So the reason that our product works so well is it's our unique combination. So we have this combination of the wild fish oil, which comes from pelagic fish, so anchovies, mackerel, you know, small oily fish that are found in, you know, kind of Icelandic waters. So these waters are the cleanest waters in the world. And so that's why we fish from them. We're proud members of the Friends of the Sea, so it means that we're fishing sustainably. But also, we actually then add in algae. And so it's the kind of marine algae that we use, and that we've also got a vegan option as well. So you don't have to have the fish oil if you're a vegetarian or vegan. You can opt for our vegan version. But also what we add into that is we add in polyphenols from olives, and these are pre-harvested. So about 2 months before they're ripe enough to eat, this is when the polyphenols are in abundance. And then we add in vitamin D3. And all this is designed to make sure that, one, the product stays pristine, it doesn't go rancid in your system. And unfortunately, have you ever had a fish oil capsule and you get fishy burps, really unpleasant? You won't get that with our product, because the product stays pristine all the way through the system till it gets to the cellular level. So it actually stays you know, exactly as it was, as straight out of the bottle. The vitamin D3 is there also to help chaperone it, along with the polyphenols, to that cellular level. And it takes around about between 24 and 36 hours to get to that cellular level. So making sure that making sure that the product stays in its entirety, if you like, before it gets to do its job in the cellular level. I think this is fantastic. It's such a fantastic product. It's GMO free. We're halal. We're also trusted by sports bodies as well. We're Informed Choice at the moment, and we're just about to switch over to Informed Sport, which means that professional sports people will be more than happy to take the product because they know it has no banned substances in for their sporting life. So what sort of functions can you get? Well, normal brain function, normal heart function, normal immune function. Those are the 3 key things. And that comes from having a beneficial amount of the DHA, the EPA, and making sure that you have all those in the right combination, excuse me. But in addition to that, we've got these other 18 health claims that we're allowed to say about our product, which is approved by the EFSA, that stands for the European Food Standard Authority. And it's quite interesting. Can you see literally from, you know, fetal development in a pregnant woman. So someone from, you know, literally conception till the time that they decide to leave the planet, this is suitable for all of them. But it's going to improve, you know, kind of make normal vision, bone structure, helping with blood pressure, which was really important to me. Helps those protect the cells through oxidative stress as well. So really quite an all-rounder, if you like, for everyone. So this is more about our balance oil. And I've already told you that it comes with, you know, from pelagic wild fish oil. So that's rich in omega-3s, EPA and DHA. It's got those organic polyphenols and vitamin D3 in that blend. And this blend is fantastic because it helps protect the cells from rusting, oxidation, and it also helps the body's omega-6-3 balance, but also helping that normal brain function, heart function, and that improving the immune system. So we've got 4 different flavors, which you can see here. So we've got orange lemon mint, lemon, grapefruit lemon lime, and vanilla as well. But we've also got 2 at the top here, which you can see. And one of these is Aqua X, and I haven't got one here, but I have got the original oil here as well. And we've also got the vegan oil. Now the vegan oil is certified vegan, so it's a patented product, and also the Aqua X is also patented. It contains something called Aquacell, and Aquacell actually helps disperse that the oil within liquid. So whether you put it in water or in juice, entirely up to you. My grandchildren both take that, and they take it in an innocent smoothie in the morning, just in a shot glass, because it's a very small amount for a child, and it has great results on it as well. So you can see some of the key benefits that are, going to be getting from this as well. And it's, things like triglyceride levels and the high blood pressure levels, making those into normal limits really helps so many different aspects of your health. Now, this is a product that I'm going to talk briefly about, Extend Plus. Extend Plus is a capsule, so you get 2 sleeves of capsules in here, and there is in a blister pack. But these really are superb. They are anti-inflammatory. They contain 23 essential vitamins and minerals, all the micronutrients and phytonutrients that you need. Plus, they also have purified 1.3 to 1.6 beta-glucans, which are derived from baker's yeast. And they are a real buzzword within the nutritional market at the moment, because we all of a sudden have realized how important they are for our system. So it's going to give you more energy. It's going to improve your bone and joint function, improve your immune system. But I would like to say this is 100% natural, which I love. Even the excipients in there are 100% natural. So we're very lucky that we've got a group of people actually formulating these and with our interests at heart. Xenobiotic, this is one of my favorite products. Xenobiotic here is a powder, and this powder is designed to improve your microbiome, improve your gut health. So it's a dietary fiber blend, so it's got 5 different dietary fibers, and actually those metabolized and time released within the colon. So it's actually supporting the growth of friendly bacteria within your gut. It also helps improve healthy bowel function as well, which is really important to make sure that you're actually getting rid of any excess toxins that you may have through eating and storage of food that you don't really want. And it also helps reduce those feelings of bloating and helps balance out cholesterol levels as well. Again, something that I was interested in. A lot of people who have type 2 diabetes may well be interested, because it does have a balancing effect on blood sugars. It doesn't stop you having to take your insulin if that's what you're on, but it might help you reduce the amount that you're taking. So it's to improve your microbiome, and it's also a gentle colon cleanse. So a really outstanding product to be teamed up with the Xenobiotic and the balance oil as well. We've also got other products around on the market as well. And these products, they won't be available in every market that we have. So if you're in a market that maybe only has the balance oil and the serum, for instance, then these will be coming soon. I just hang on in there. But Protect is there to designed to improve your immune system as well. And then we have Viva, which is a fantastic product that helps with sleep, helps with depression, and it's entirely natural as well. We've also got our lovely skin serum, which I absolutely adore. And that actually kind of tricks the skin into making sure it's producing extra collagen naturally. And then we've also got some weight management products as well. So protein bars, so if you're an energy bunny and go to the gym a lot, then you might want to use that to help replace all the energy that you expended at the gym. But we also have a shake as well. And the shake is designed to replace your meal, or maybe a snack that you probably wouldn't really be proud to eat. So maybe stop you grabbing that packet of crisps or the chips or whatever, and the bar of chocolate. So this is a healthier solution. And the lean shake also contains a dose of the Xenobiotic as well. So it's actually improving your gut health too. We also have a vegan bar, which you can see here on the left, which I absolutely adore. It's very nutritious and really filling as well. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the health protocol, which is the 3 products that I commented on before, talked to you about before. So the oil, and the oil is there to balance out your cells, restoring your gut health with Xenobiotic, and then boosting your immune system with Extend. So those 3 products work synergistically together to actually give you the best results in the shortest amount of time. So I'm just going to show you. Now these, as I say, are in sterling, they're in GB pounds. And so if you're in a different market, please refer back to your local currency and what availability you have for yours. So we've got the balance oil kit with the test. Now, if you were to buy all those things individually, you would be spending in excess of around about £328, but they discount that by 60%. And so your price would be £132. And then there's a 6-month subscription of £27 a month. So it's just really ensuring that you understand that. And you actually get your subscription, you would get your next 2 months every other month. So you would pay for it monthly for 6 months, and then every month 2, month 4, month 6, you would actually get a shipment of your next 2 products. And different markets do have different shipping capabilities, so you may be getting yours monthly. So that's you need to be aware of that. Also, the health protocol kit. Now that's the one I told you about with the 3 products. That, in my view, is the best kit for anyone to start off if they are able to financially. And the reason being, as I said, it gives you the best results in the shortest amount of time. And if that's not available in your market, hang on, it will be soon. So you're going to get 2 months supply of all the products in that first kit. So you're going to get a balance test, you're going to get 2 large oils, 2 smaller oils, and you're also going to get some extend tablets and 2 boxes of xenobiotic. So that first test, as I say, is sent out with that start order. And then the second test will be sent out automatically 4 months in month 4 of your auto ships. But you're going to be paying, instead of £430, you're actually paying a total of £210. So, really affordable. And they've discounted that by 51%. And then you're going to pay £66 a month. So it's around about £70, including the shipping. But it's, in my view, that is the best value ever. I know that our supplements for Nigel and myself were probably in excess of £120 minimum per month. And that was only on a very small, kind of on our omega-3 products. So this is far more acceptable cost-wise. Behind our products, we've got some amazing brains as well. Dr. Paul Clayton, who you can actually read his blog at drpaulclayton.eu. He's a pharmacologist, and he's really just the most incredible chap, who's actually formulated these products in combination with Ola Eid, who is actually the leader of Bioactive Foods, and also Angela Rizza, who actually developed the testing facility that we have with our test. She developed this, and she's done amazing tests and clinical trials on children and adolescents who have been suffering from ADHD and autism. So really, we've got a fantastic, kind of heads around us, so looking after us, what we're having for our product range, and making sure that they are suitable for everybody as much as possible, for every single person on the planet. And I have a huge respect for them. So not only are you able, so we've already talked about how you can subscribe and save. So, but you also you've got to have your own subscription if you're going to be doing this, but you can recommend 4 of your friends or family to subscribe and save to get the same products as you have maybe. And once you've done that, you're going to get your products for free. So that means you're only going to be paying for the shipping. Now that to me is an absolute no-brainer for a customer to be able to do that. And we have a little app on our phone, which you can click every day, and you actually get points for that. Now the points are available for our customers only. And once our customers get to 365 days, they are actually entitled to get free shipping as well. So not only can you get free product by recommending it to your friends and family, but you can actually get free shipping. I don't know any other company that does that. So it's quite astonishing. And I absolutely love the concept of this, because it means that people are referring because of the benefits that they gained from it. So creating a customer account really couldn't be simpler. So you will be sent, or you may well have already been sent, a link by the person who invited you onto the call tonight. So what I would suggest you do is, if you haven't got that link, go and ask them for it. Go to the Premier offers, and these are these discounted offers purely for customers. And select the offers that you want, add them to the cart, and you'll be asked to perhaps choose your oil of flavor, so you can customize your order, but you'll also be able to choose your monthly auto ship flavor. And it's easy. If you decide you want to change to a different flavor, that's easily done. Then you just go to the shopping cart and then complete the form required. And it should have that name of that person who sent you to the link at the very top. So make sure that that's correct at the top. And then just fill in your name and address and contact details, and then go through the payment process. Select your shipping method and complete card details. In most cases, you'll make sure you tick the boxes at the bottom, the 3 boxes, and submit, which are just like the terms and conditions, understanding that we are on a subscription. And you'll also be sent a text with an authorization code to your phone from your banking provider. And that little one-time code, the OTR code, you just need to put into the box, and then you would obviously continue, and then that's your order completed. And depending on where you are, your order will get to you within just a few days. And then that's it, it's all set up. So that's, you know, one of the things that I think is just so easy that you don't have to worry about it. It will be sent to you every other month, and after you've completed your 2-month supply. And you can then not worry about having to run out of the product, which I really reassure myself that I haven't. Did I remember to order it? Done that in so many cases before. So that's really the end of the presentation tonight. I'm just really going to just share with you my personal testimony. As you saw on my test results, I'd had a heart attack when I was just 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I had 3 stents fitted, and I came out of hospital with 7 different drugs. I was horrified because I'd never been on any medication in my life before. So for me, it was a big thing. I wanted to try and get off those products. And I consulted with Dr. Clayton, and he suggested he should actually be able to get me off those within 6 months. So I said, oh, right, I'm your girl. I'm ready to do that. I'm happy to do that. And so what I noticed within, literally within 3.5 months, I suppose, 3 to 3.5 months, that my blood pressure had reduced so much that I now needed to reduce my medication to accommodate the fact that my blood pressure had dropped so much. And he just said to me, don't let it go any lower than 110/60, otherwise you'd be passing out all over the place. So I did that. I did my reduction over that next month, and then I've been drug-free since month 4. So it's now a year since I've actually done that, and I feel fitter and healthier than ever. And I actually showed someone today who was inquiring about, you know, kind of how it had benefited me, a picture of me, and I haven't got it here, but I really should put one up because it's really horrific to see the difference of me on when I was in hospital, when I'd actually had this heart attack, and just how ill I looked, and now how I look so healthy. So thank you very much for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. And so please remember to get back to the person who invited you to the call tonight and ask for their link so that you can actually get on the products yourself. And don't forget to go to the Premier links to make sure that you get the best possible value. And I look forward to hearing your stories and see your journey as you go on. Thank you very much for your time and attention. My name's Sue Booth. I'm a diamond with Zinzino. Thank you.